Well, in some cities, like ours here in Washington, D.C., it appears that everything has gone green. From the green jobs President Obama continues to highlight to $80 billion of the other kind of green that Congress is now pouring into projects in an effort to help build out the green energy sector. But one leader of a major U.S. utility says the green economy is still in its infancy and still very much under development. Clean Sky's Dee Bombani is joining us now after a pretty interesting conversation you had, Dee.
It's true. The president and CEO of Entergy New Orleans says he's not convinced the green revolution is sustainable yet. Roderick West says utilities do not have certainty that the green economy is going to last beyond the stimulus dollars. During an energy discussion sponsored by Black Enterprise magazine this week, West said the stimulus is an artificial booster, a subsidy to entice utilities to move ahead to retrofit their plants or add more renewables to the grid. But no utility can really tell how much it's going to cost them and eventually their ratepayers to go green. He says that uncertainty is not driving utilities like Entergy to take broad action and pay out of pocket for things like smart grid infrastructure.
All of the federal dollars that are going to produce, to incent the manufacture, the development, and the sale of these technologies has a very real cost. Now, the subsidies, as an economic matter, are hiding the cost over time from the consumers, such that we're not making this, fully informed decisions from a price signal perspective.
So what happens when the government handout dries up? West says that in the end, the success of the revolution will depend on how much money Americans are willing to pay out for their electricity.
It all sounds great when when the president's talking about it, or the governor's talking about it, or the mayor's talking about it. But if the lady who lives at home alone, or the family of four on a fixed income really don't care to engage in this energy conversation, then are we really being smart about the deployment of resources, or is the issue on the education side? Because if for us, we're worried about the cost of energy having a disproportionate impact on those in the bottom quintile of income or disposable income.
Now, it's worth noting that 25% of Entergy's customers in that region live below the U.S. poverty line. That's a family income of about $22,000 a year for a family of four. West says that while the utility isn't spending its ratepayers' money to become more efficient, it has accepted $5 million from the stimulus to install nearly 12,000 smart meters into low-income homes. The utility has also accepted $4.6 million in stimulus funds to improve its transmission system, Tyler.
All right, Dee, we hear about certainty from utilities. That's what they're looking for. Certainty within energy circles here in Washington usually means a price on carbon. It sounds like that's the same case here, right?
Well, that's exactly right. West said there needs to be climate change legislation and a price on carbon, because he said that a clean energy sector is not going to grow organically within market forces, that it's going to actually take a mandate.
Did West talk about why he's taking stimulus dollars for a smart grid project? Then it seems at odds with some of his other points he made.
Well, he's not a complete naysayer of all things green. He actually does believe that it could work with that price on carbon, for example. But he took that money because he wants to see if that low-income household, that's making $22,000 a year, could cut their energy use and then cut their bills, which would, help overall and would help the entire territory.
Yeah, a weakness in terms of critics who are pointing to cap and trade as a potential problem for those ratepayers, certainly.
Right.
All right, Dee Bombani, thank you very much.